Hello children, now in this video we are going to start with the next topic in the chapter crop production and management. Earlier we have studied about the preparation of soil, then sowing, then adding manure and fertilizers. Okay, now today we will study about the pattern of irrigations. That is irrigation. Before coming to the topic irrigation, let's discuss why water is essential. What is the importance of water for every living being? Water is essential for the plants, water is essential for the animals, and as well as for the human beings, right? So, we all know that for plants, for animals, and human beings, water is very much important. Right, this time we are discussing about the importance of water for plants. Why plants need water? So the nutrients in the soil, the minerals in the soil, or the minerals and the fertilizers, the manures which the farmers are giving to the soil, putting into the soil for the better crop. How these minerals, soils, the minerals and the manures getting up by the plants? How it has happened? So what happens? The water which is given to the land, which is given to the soil, the water is absorbed by the plant roots. Hmm? And with this absorbed water, the minerals and the other nutrients also absorbed by the plant roots, and then they are transported to the various parts of the plants, right? So for the transformation of the minerals and the nutrients from the soil to the roots, and then from the roots to the different parts of the plants, the water is very much required. And with this process, the plants get its proper growth. And that's why we get the proper or the good or the healthy crop. So this is what the importance of water for the plants. Now the question comes that what is irrigation? Irrigation is the proper process of giving or supplying water to the crops. It is not like giving the water in a quantity which is not sufficient for the plants, or which is extra in the quantity. We should know that how much quantity of water is to be given to the plants, and with which intervals the water should be given to the plants. So irrigation is the pattern, is the process of supplying water or giving water to the plants. So the time and frequency, time, that in how many times the plant should be watered, the crop should be watered, and the frequency, that in how many the number of intervals, that means in per day how many times, in how many intervals, in how many duration of time, that is frequency. So the time and frequency of irrigation varies on certain basis, like it varies from soil to soil. Certain soil needs less quantity of water, certain soil needs more quantity of water, certain soil needs less intervals, certain soil needs more intervals. So the from soil to soil, the frequency and time of irrigation is varies. Then from soil to soil, similarly from crop to crop. Some crops are in uh, good need of water. They need more and more water, like paddy. hmm? And some crops are not in that much need of water supply or the irrigation, we say, like the in dry farming, more water is not required. Um, More irrigation is not required in dry farming, right? So from crop to crop, it varies. It varies from season to season. Like in winter season, the supply of water is lesser comparatively to the summer season. So from season to season, from crop to crop, from soil to soil, the time and frequency of the irrigation varies. Correct? Now it comes to the sources of irrigation. From where we get the water, from where we collect the water for the process of irrigation. It doesn't mean that you can take the water from anywhere. So the wells, कुएं, the tube wells, the lakes, the rivers, then the canals, नहरें जो होती हैं, हाँ, then the dams, बांध का जो बांध में जो पानी होता है स्टोर किया हुआ, these are the sources of irrigations. ठीक है. So we have considered the definition of irrigation, what irrigation is. Now we have studied about the sources of irrigation. Now it comes the methods of irrigation. Now it comes the methods of irrigation. So, as we did in the sowing or the preparation of soil, the traditional tools and the modern tools, similarly, we have the traditional method of irrigation as well as the modern methods of irrigation. See, okay, so here it is methods of irrigation. So, in this topic, first we will discuss about the traditional pattern. Okay, the first one is the traditional methods. Traditional methods are the conventional methods which the farmers are using from very long time. These are the moat, then the chain pump, then the dekli, then rahat. These are the four traditional methods of irrigation. The first one is moat, then chain pump, then dekli, then rahat. Moat. In this kind of irrigation, this method of irrigation, there is a well, in the field. So from the well, a principal channel is made. एक बड़ा सा चैनल बनाया जाता है, बड़ा सा रास्ता बनाया जाता है, from where the farmer take the water from the well and then pour down the water into that principal channel, and that principal channel is then divided into to main to the number of auxiliary channels. Okay, and those auxiliary channels are transported the water from in the different parts of the field. अलग अलग फील्ड्स के पार्ट में उनको प्रिंसिपल चैनल जो कि वेल से निकल के जा रहा है पानी को लेकर के, वो आगे जाके छोटे 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 और चैनल्स बना देता है जहाँ से वो पानी पूरे फील्ड में चला जाता है. दिस इज द मेथड ऑफ इरिगेशन दैट इज कॉल्ड मोट. सेकेंड इज द चेन पंप. चेन पंप में क्या होता है, देयर इज अ ट्यूबवेल फ्रॉम वेयर अ पंप इज सिचुएटेड. The pump regulates. When we switch on the pump, there is a cart wheel on the tube wheel. Cart wheel पे छोटे छोटे buckets लगे हुए होते हैं. When the pump is on, when the pump is switched on, the pump regulates the cart wheel. The cart wheel rotates and the buckets get into the water, filled up with the water, and then they pour down the water in the principal channel. देर इज ऑल्सो द प्रिंसिपल चैनल. वहाँ पर भी एक बड़ा सा चैनल होता है जो आगे जाके छोटे छोटे ऑक्सिलरी चैनल्स में बना बढ़ जाता है. इट इज डिवाइडेड इनटू द ऑक्सिलरी चैनल्स, और फिर वो ऑक्सिलरी चैनल्स छोटे छोटे चैनल्स होते हैं वो पूरे फील्ड में पानी को ट्रांसपोर्ट कर देते हैं. सो दिस इज व्हाट द चेन पंप. धेकली. धेकली इज लाइक near the well, a Y shaped wooden Y shaped structure is situated. ऐसे Y shape बना हुआ होता है ऐसे, ठीक है. इट इज ऑफ वुड, जिसमें क्या होता है, देयर इज अ लॉन्ग वुड लॉग. हेवी वुड लॉग इज सिचुएटेड हेयर like a hypotenuse. It is like in a perpendicular position. The log of wood is in the hypotenuse position. What happens, on the one hand of the log, a heavy weight is tied up. बड़ा सा पत्थर या कुछ भी भार जो है एक तरफ से बांध देते हैं. And on the another edge of the another corner of the log, the bucket is tied up. Once the bucket is dropped into the well, the pulley, the heavy load gets up, the water fills up. When the load is pushed down, the filled water, the bucket which is filled of water that comes up, the farmer take the bucket and pour it into the principal channel. Same, the principal channel is divided into the auxiliary channels, and